So the first question, 10 divided by 400. You can't really see due to the printing, it's actually divide. So 10 divided by 400. I will split this up. I'll split 400 up. So it's actually 10 divided by 4 divided by 100. So firstly, I will go and work out what's 10 divided by 4. You get a remainder, so you continue, put a 0.0 behind, and continue doing your long division. So we get 2.5 divided by 100. So from here it will be easy to shift the decimal place to the front 2 times because 100. So decimal place will become this. So there will be a 0 here. So this will be 0.025. Option 2. Question 2, we need to arrange the fractions from the smallest to the greatest. So we have 6 out of 5, 7 out of 6, and 1 1/4. So let's see. If I change this to a mixed number, this becomes 1 1/5, this becomes 1 1/6, and this is still 1 1/4. So from here, as you can see, they are all 1 whole and something, right? So I'm just going to compare the fraction here. So 1/5, 1/6, and 1/7. Now which will be the smallest fraction? This one. Smallest, followed by 1/5, followed by 1/4. So the answer should be 7 out of 6, followed by 6 out of 5, and 1 1/4. Option 2. Question 3. The value of the reading at point X. Okay, there's no point X here, so we will skip question 3. There's no indication of X. Question 4. Can't really see, but it should be 14 minus 2 times 4 plus 20 divided by 4. So we need to work out in order the order operation. So multiply first. 8. Next, I'll work out the division here. So now I'm left with subtract and addition. I will do from left to right. The answer is 11. Question 5. 60 red and green beans. So if there are 60 red and green beans and 36 are red beans, I need to find out the green beans. So 24 green beans. So the question wants us to find the ratio of the green to the red. That's 24 is to 36. Then you just need to simplify. On both sides, they can be divided by 12. That gives me 2 is to 3. Number 1. Question 6. How long is the cafe open each day? So from 9 to 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So you just need to count for the first part, that's 5 hours. This is quite straightforward. Now for the next one, from 5:45 to 10, if you're a little confused, I suggest you draw the timeline. So from 5:45, let me count to the next hour. The next nearest hour is 6 p.m. So this takes me 15 minutes. And afterwards, from 6 to 10, it's 4 hours. So in total would be 5 hours plus 4 hours plus 15 minutes. That's a total of 9 hours and 15 minutes. Option 3. Question 7, we're supposed to find the perimeter of the figure, and the figure is made up of a square, ABCD, and a rectangle. So I need to know what's this part here, EB. EB is 8. No, EB is 8 minus 5, sorry. Okay, so this is 3. So let's find the perimeter of the figure. We have 10 plus 10. Let me just get this. 10 plus 10, which is these two parts. Then I have 8 plus 8, which is this, together with this and this. So that's 8 plus 8. And we're left with AB and CD, which is 5 plus 5. So it's good that you highlight the parts that you have written down so that you don't miss out any parts, okay? So that's 36, 46. Number 2. Question 8. A solid cuboid has a height of 7 cm and a square base of 5 cm. So this cuboid here, square base of 5 and a height of 7. So in order to find the volume, so volume is equals to length times breadth times height, which is equals to 5 times the height, which is 7. So this will give me 35 times 5. 175. Option 3. Question 9, we're supposed to find angle ABC. ABC is here. Okay, so first, well, I can find this angle. So I want to find angle DCE. Angles in a triangle. They make up 180 degrees. So I take 180 minus 74 minus 66. So 180 minus 74 is 106. So 106 minus 66, I get 40. So angle DCE here is 40. Now, vertically opposite angles, because these two are straight lines, AE and BD are straight lines. So over here will be 40 degrees as well. So again, ABC is a triangle. Angles in the triangle make up 180. So angle ABC will be 180 degrees minus 43 minus 40. And that will give me 97 degrees. Number 4. Question 10. The graph shows the number of cakes sold each month from May to September. So they are trying to, they want us to find out the average from May to September. So basically what we need to do is to just write down the readings. So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is 5. This is 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so for May, the reading will be 24. June's reading is 20. July's reading is 32. August reading is, it's a little hard to see, so if you can, you take a ruler and you write it out. This looks like it is 26, 7, 8, 28. In September, can't tell. September is 16, so I literally took a ruler and put it on screen to check my number. So anyway, to find average we need to find the total. So let's add everything up. 24 plus 20 is 44. Then I take 44 plus 32, 76. So then 76 plus 28, 104. And 104 I add together with 16, 120. So it's 120 is the total, and there are 5 months. So we just need to divide it by 5. And the average is 24. Option 3. Number 11, the top view is drawn. So which of the following solids is it? Now take note, it's the front view that matters. Note the front view. This front view is only 2. It's the wrong view for option 2. This one, there's a missing block here. So this is out. Option 3, it's the wrong view as well. It's definitely number 4. Question 12, we need to look at them as sets. So let's identify what is one set. So one set is over here. So we have smiley face, I don't know what this is, star, heart shape, smiley face again. So you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of them make up one set. So we want to find now 100 sticker. So 5 in the set, right? So this is divisible. There is no remainder to this. So if there's no remainder means for 100 stickers there would be 20 sets of this. So if there are 20 sets, which is the 100th one? Will be the last one. The last one will be the smiley face. Question 13. The area of the figure with 3 identical right-angled triangles is 72. Let me find the area of one triangle. It's 24. What I want to find now is to find the area of this rectangle so that I can find the length of AD, because I'm supposed to find the perimeter, so I need to know AD. So if one triangle is 24, 2 triangles which make up the yellow rectangle will be 48. Now do I know the breadth of the rectangle? Yes, it is 12 divided by 2. Remember, the triangles are identical. So now remember that area is equal to length times breadth. So if area is 48 and my length is what I'm trying to find, I know the breadth is 6. So this tells me that the length AD is 48 divided by 6, which is 8. So with this, we're able to find the perimeter. Perimeter would be 12, which is AB, plus 10, which is BC, plus 6, which is CD, and 8, which is AD. So if we add everything up, this would be 36. Option 2. Question 14. So we need the average in round 1 to be 35. And round 1 has got 3 games. So if the average needs to be 35 and there are 3 games, the total needs to be 105. So for Lydia, for games 1 and 2, she has already scored 32 and 28, which is a total score of 60. Therefore, for her to be eligible for round 2, she needs a total of 105. So if we take away the 60 that she has already scored, for round 3 she needs 45. Question 15. So Isaac used 3/5 of his money to buy 6 spring rolls and 8 chicken wings. So let me cut his money into 5 parts. He used 3/5 of his money to buy 6 spring rolls and 8 chicken wings. The cost of 3 spring rolls was the same as 2 chicken wings. How's the most number of spring rolls he could buy with 1/4 of his remaining money? So now they want the remainder to be 4, which I can cut equally. So we want to find out this part. Okay, so 1/4 of his remaining. How many spring rolls can he buy? Let me cut the rest up. So the question wants us to find spring rolls. Now I will want to convert my chicken wings into spring rolls. Okay, so if 2 chicken wings equals to 3 spring rolls, how about 8 chicken wings? How do I get 8 chicken wings? B times 4, and I will multiply by 4 the other side as well. So which means 12 spring rolls will be equals to 8 chicken wings. So let me replace this with 12 spring rolls, which means for this 6 units here, it's actually 6 plus 12, 18 spring rolls. So if 6 units represents 18 spring rolls, 1 unit would be 3 spring rolls, which is this part that we want to find. He can buy 3 spring rolls. Let's move on to section B. Express 8.08 as a mixed number. So we know that we have 8 wholes, and that will be 8 out of 100. Why 100? Because you have 2 decimal places. So then we need to simplify, divided by 4. And we will get 8 and 2 out of 25. Question 17. Use 1, 8, 4 and 5 to form a whole number that's closest to 5,000. Now there are 2 ways we can go. Closest to 5,000, it can be under or it can be over, but they just want it to be closest. They didn't say whether it needs to be smaller than 5,000. So if I form a number lesser than 5,000 but very close to it, it will be 4851. If I form a number that's more than 5,000, that would be 5148. So, but they want closest. So the difference between 5,000 and 5148 would be 148. The difference between 5,000 and 4851 is, let me work out, 149. So close. So the answer should be 5148. Question 18, shade 2 more squares. So this is one of them. We need it to be symmetrical. And this will be the other one. Question 19, let's draw a timeline to count the time. So Helen played the piano from 11:45 to 1:25. Okay, so let me count to the next hour. So 11:45, the next closest hour is 12 p.m., 12 noon. This is 15 minutes. So from 12, you can count to 1, which is 1 hour. 1 p.m. here. And from 1 p.m. to 1:25 is 25 minutes. So if we were to add everything up, they want it in minutes. Okay, so please take note. So 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So you just need to add everything up. 60 with the 25 with the 15 minutes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all in all is 100 minutes. Question 20, we're supposed to find the area of the shaded figure. So area is pi times r times r. Okay, and take note, in this case your r is, they give us the diameter, right? So the radius would be 20 divided by 2, which is 10. So again, this is the semicircle. I'll start with half. So half times pi times 10 times 10. So I will take 3.14 times 10, which is this way, shift the decimal point to the right one time, and I times 10 again, shift it one more time. So I'm left with 314 out of 2. So you just need to do your division. Half of 314. It's 157. Question 21. What is the volume of water needed to fill up the tank to the brim? Take note that in the question it says cubical tank. Cubical tank means all sides are the same. So if it's 2/5 filled, then it's 3/5 filled, means we need 2/5. It's 2/5 unfilled. It's 2/5 empty. So that's what we need to find. So I need to find what is 2/5 of the tank. So 2/5 times 10 times 10 times 10. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 10, 40, 400. That is 400 cubic meters of water. Question 22. So you need to identify what kind of question this is. They tell us that both boys used the same number of stickers. So you have to recognize the concept. This tells us that it's unchanged difference or constant difference, meaning the difference before and the difference after did not change. So we have Jerome and Caden is 5:3. The difference between the two of them is 2 units. So we will know that 2 units is actually 51 minus 37. Is 14. So to find 1 unit, We take 14 divided by 2. So we want to find k then in the end, which is 3 units. Just need to take 7 times 3, which is 21. Question 23. Rebecca had 4 times, so now let me try drawing the model. 4 times as many apples as pears, which means the apples has got 4 units and the pears has got 1 unit. So she gave away, I cannot see that number, is it 16 or 15? Looks like 16. 16 apples, so she gave away 16 apples somewhere here, and she bought 15 pears. She still had 8 more apples. Wait, this is not 8. So she still had 8 more apples here. So how many pears did she have at first? So this tells us so look at this part here. 3 units would be 16 plus 8 plus 15, which is 39. 1 unit, we take 39 divided by 3, which is 13. How many pears did she have at first? At first, 1 unit of pear, which is 13. Question 24, find the parameter of the figure. Now in order to find parameter, we will find the arcs first, all the curved parts, okay? So after finding the curved parts, you add them up, and we add the straight lines as well. So for the curved parts, where are the arcs? We have quarter circle and a quarter circle. So quarter plus quarter gives me half. So I'm just going to find half, which is a semicircle. Half times pi times diameter. Now this is your radius, 28 is the radius. So diameter would be equals to 28 times 2, which is 56. So I will take half times pi times 56. So do cross cancellation to make your life easier, make the number smaller. So then I have 88. This is for the 2 quarter arcs. Next, we just need to add all the straight lines together. How many straight lines do we need to add? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 28s to add. So 88 plus 4 28s. 28 times 4. 112. So 112 plus 88. That is 200. So the parameter of the figure is 200 cm. Question 25. So let me try drawing the model. So David 8 parts, and he gave 3 to Leon. 3/10 of the remaining stickers to Felix. So we need to make the remainder 10. I'm going to cut it up. Remember, if I cut those, the remainder I need to cut the front part as well. Always keep maintain equal units so you don't get confused. Now 3/10 of the remainder to Felix. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 given to Felix. Then this is what David had left. So David was left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Felix over here is 3. Leon over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question tells us that in the end all 3 boys had the same. So in the end, just write down that. So Leon is to Felix is to David in the end should be 7 is to 7 is to 7. So if that's the case, how do we find the ratio at first? We want the ratio of Leon to Felix at first. If Leon had 7 in the end and he received 6 from David, means Leon at first is 1. 7 minus 6. If Felix had 7 in the end and he received 3 from David, so 7 minus 3 is 4. So the ratio of Leon to Felix at first is 1 is to 4. Question 26. Again, let me try drawing the model. First piece, second piece. The first piece was 1.2 meters longer than the second piece, and the first piece was 3 times, cut into 3 units, as long as the third piece. So what's the length of the shorter piece? We know the total is 10.7. So what I'm going to do here is this is 1.2. I'm going to pretend that the 1.2 is there. So I'm going to add back 10.7, I add 1.2. I do that so that the second piece ends up being the same length as the first piece. So this is 11.9. So then if the second piece becomes the same as the first piece, means the second piece will become 3 units. So I have 3 units, first piece 3 units, third piece 1 unit. So I total have 7 units. So 7 units is 11.9. 1 unit would be 11.9 divided by 7, which is 1.7. What's the length of the shortest piece? So shortest piece is 1 unit, which is 1.7 meters. (27) So the diameter is 16. Find the area of the shaded square. Now if the diameter is 16, so okay, it's a little hard to see. So this tells us that this is 16. I'm going to not look at the square as a square. I'm going to look at the square as 2 triangles. So I cut it out right in the middle like that. So in order to find the area of the square, I will find 2 triangles. So my height of this triangle would be 8, which is half of the diameter, which is the radius. So let me just draw out. Okay, so what I mean is, instead of looking at it as a square, I'm going to look at it as a triangle, with the base being the base being 16, and the height over here is 8. Okay, so triangle area would be half times base times height, which is 64, and the square is made out of 2 triangles. So 64 times 2, which is 128. Question 28. find BDC, this part here. If we have a trapezium, means we have one pair of parallel lines. So let's look at the parallel lines over here. These AB and CD are parallel. Now if you have parallel lines, you would have alternate angles like that, a Z. So a Z would mean that angle ABC is the same as angle BDC. Angle ABC would be equals to angle BDC. So how do we solve? So if you look at triangle ABD, it's an isosceles triangle. So I'm going to find angle ABC. 180 minus 124, and I take that, divide by 2. So this is 56 divided by 2, which is 28 degrees. So this is 28 degrees, which means this will be, BDC will be 28 degrees as well. Question 29. She baked a cake and gave 1/5 to her friend. So we need to find the remainder because she gave the remainder, she cut the remainder into 12 slices. So what's the remainder? She started off with one whole, right? One whole cake. After giving 1/5 to her friend, she's left with 4/5. So this remainder was being cut into 12 slices. So remember, when you do division, you do K, division of fractions, right? You will do KCF, which is keep, change, and flip. So I will keep the first fraction, I will change the divide to times, and I will flip the second fraction top down, which now becomes 1 out of 12. Then you just need to do your cross cancellation, and you're left with 1 out of 15. Question 30. We have March, April, and May. Let's just do it systematically. Write down every month. So we know that March started with 1,000. So in April, there was a 20% increase from what was sold in March. So let me find out the increase. 20% of March. That's 200. So which means in April is 1,000 plus 200, which is 1,200. Then they tell us that in May there was a 30% decrease from what was sold in April. So let's find out the decrease. 30% of April, which is 30% of 1,002, and this is 360. So then I will take April, and I take away the decrease of 360. So 1,200 minus 360. It's 840 magazines in May. So that's the end of paper 2. That's the end of paper 1. Next video will be paper 2. So please like and subscribe to Math Nuggets. Thank you.